Hey, what's happening, YouTube? We are going to take a quick look today. If you were silly enough to have woken up to put on your television and watch rubbish like Good Morning Britain, you would have seen this woman here, Patsy Stevenson. She's been all over, all kinds of media. I do find it interesting given the circumstances. There was a woman thrown to the ground during protests back in last summer, late summer time, maybe even later than that. I can't remember now, it blurs into one, but I don't remember the outrage, and I don't remember them getting her on. It just seems strange. They've got this woman set up right here. She is, look, straight on GMB with her interview, putting her point across. As I say, I'm sure a lot of us, if you're watching this anyway, you've seen the treatment of protesters over the last year at various things, and we don't condone the police's heavy-handed tactics of thuggery and brutality in any situation, but we're just drawing attention now. This is coming up, and say Patsy Stevenson being thrown about everywhere. Interesting choice of name as well. So we're going to take a look anyway and see who Patsy is. So let's go and have a look who Patsy is, shall we? So here we are with website here, the Enchanted Life Path. Talking here, Patsy Stevenson, they're calling her a crisis actor. I cannot confirm or deny that comment, YouTube. Just reading an article, don't crucify me. So yeah, they're saying Patsy Stevenson, crisis actor exposed. She's shot to the front of every newspaper and online press article in the country today as her arrest at Sarah Everard's protest last night has gone viral. So yeah, but as usual with these events that get catapulted into extremism from nowhere, we see other people leading for the calls for changes to laws in society are crisis actors and can only care about being paid to play a role. And this is exactly what we have with Patsy Stevenson, who has an acting profile that has gone viral, which will go unreported by the press as they continue to use propaganda on the public. It's not only an acting background with the aptly named Patsy, but we discover she has connections to quantum physics in universities. Patsy Stevens' casting our actor's profile was found within minutes of her shouting her mouth off about how all women, including trans, are not safe to walk the streets, and being arrested in another obviously staged event. Her crisis actor's profile is still available online to view, but I've added it to the Wayback Machine for good keeping. I mean, you can view it, so let's go and have a look at that. So here we are, casting now. Yeah, we have a Patsy Stevenson, actor, presenter, model, dancer, entertainer, extra. They say unique. She plays age range from 16 to 25. Location Southend-on-Sea. Gender female. Unique look. Can do improvisation. Natural ginger hair and brown eyes. Can play young roles. Film student, music videos, reading teaching. So experience, accents, London, Manchester and Essex. Presenting, experience, promotions and radio, specialises in radio. Looking to get into TV now, I guess. Art modelling, club dancing, film student, music videos, theatre. There's a few details about her. Dress size 4 to 10, bloody hell. One extreme to another, very extreme, isn't it? I don't know. So yeah, I mean, good choice. Look, 5'1", 7 stone. Dress size 4 to 10, 28-inch waist, size 3 feet. Tiny little woman. Perfect to be shown being thrown about by the police, eh? Where's that woman that was thrown to the ground in the protests about lockdowns? What happened to her? She attended the Sandra Singer Stage School. So that's interesting stuff. So let's go back to the other page. So there we go. We've had a look at that. We've had a look at her casting now. We've had a look at her casting now page, so we can see that she's there. But it's saying here we get a few key details in there. I think we've been through it anyway. Like I say, Southend-on-Sea, actor, actress, model, dancer, blah blah blah. Yeah, we've read all that. They wanted this is what I didn't know, but I was looking to get from this website here, which is about the acting background. As they say, she attended the same stage school as well-known child actress called Maisie Smith, who plays Tiffany Dean in EastEnders. I don't watch EastEnders. I have no idea who Tiffany Dean is, but the school is called Sandra Singer Stage School, and we saw that on her Cast Now page. Is it Cast Now? It appears something she never picked up in adulthood has been an aspiring sellout all along. She mentioned earlier, same school, famed stars including Maisie Smith. Seen below. Okay, so there's Maisie Smith, better known as Tiffany Dean. Still no idea who she is. It does not end here. Patsy and her school connections are what confirms the next discovery about the police baiting, man-hating, God-particle isolating crisis actor. When looking at the Twitter account of Patsy Plant, it was noticeable that her profile had only been created in March 2021, just in time for her role. Surprise, surprise! Seriously, just can you imagine? I'm just sat here now. I'm sure you can imagine it. I'm sure you can picture it. My little shocked Pikachu face. But finding out a Twitter account had only been created March 2021. We can see it's her account, as this is what she has been using since this thing they call it that I'm not going to say because of YouTube began. You can see how she tweeted about going viral, and she was now monitoring events on Twitter. All of this was from the new account that was recently created. Okay, so I've decided to make a Twitter again, following what's going on. So she had a Twitter before. So she must have had a Twitter before then. Patsy Stevenson's double life on Twitter. Quantum physics crisis actually exposed. That's the headline they've got there. So the fact that Patsy's trouble-causing Twitter page had only just been created made me look for other accounts that she may run. This is what it led to. This account was set up November 2020. Very interesting. Very interesting. Undergrad physics. The photograph used on the account. It also has a LinkedIn account that gives us some more insights into this crafty little mare has become the voice of women overnight, as always with these. When we look at a LinkedIn, we can see it's from Patsy the quantum physics geek rather than Patsy the all-action heroine. It's ready to battle rapey males, police, and change the world for women and men. I don't know. I think she might like men eradicated. Who knows? There she is on LinkedIn. Student Royal Holloway University of London. Now it all becomes clear, doesn't it? We know what happens at university. And so there's a bit about her quantum physics and Southeast Physics Network. It's the next line of information on the page that gives us the clearest clue that it is the same woman, as if we don't know already, but still. It is the same school that Patsy the scientist attended as a child, which places her in the same areas as Patsy the actress. Cecil Jones Academy is the school that Science Patsy attended. When we look into the Cecil Jones Academy, it's in the same areas that Patsy the actress is known to frequent, was educated, or worked in. The school is located in Southend-on-Sea, the same place that it states Patsy is from on a casting now crisis actor's soul-selling page. There you go. This would not be the first time I've seen crisis actors connected to Particle Smasher, would it? Ooh. I didn't know. Enchanted Life Path reported in 2018 how CERN had become clients of Crisis Cast when revisiting events concerning the crisis management company, who were subject to a once-in-a-lifetime call to the company, and the receptionist spilled the beans on the internal wranglings of a crisis acting company. Watch the call in the video below. We won't show that though. You can go, I'll leave a link to this website and you can go and have a look if you want to have a look at these videos on there yourselves. You're more than welcome to. Is Patsy the plant grown out of a World Economic Forum think tank agenda? Patsy Stevenson is running with a narrative that women are not safe to walk the streets. It's no secret the powers that be have been running psychological operations on the masses through the whole of the COVID-19 agenda that has connections to the World Economic Forum. I can neither confirm or deny that, YouTube. This is the opinion of this website. I am literally just reading out what they have written. But you can go to UK Column and watch some videos of theirs and find some of their information on behavioural insights teams. We'll get into that there. It's been working alongside the British government at SAGE, as proven last year by many sources, including UK Column. There you go. Reporting on findings from the public after information was sent to them regarding the issue. World Economic Forum has effectively taken over the world, seems hell-bent on shaping all aspects of our lives as part of the Great Reset and the UN's 17 Sustainable Goals. Again, these are facts, YouTube. Klaus Schwab talks about the Great Reset. The UN talk about their sustainable goals. This is just reporting. Why is every event we are going to already been discussed as a major issue at the World Economic Forum? There we go. 6 women are killed by men every hour in a global pandemic of femicide. So I guess we've gone from the early 2000s into 2010 or mid 2010s was terrorism. And now our enemy are pandemics of all sorts. Look, pandemic of femicide now. Come on. What's wrong with you men? How can you stand by and let this femicide happen? I joke. Anyway, let's get back to this. This is taking too long and I'm getting bored. You're probably all getting bored. Right, so they've managed to divide the public beyond repair in the past 18 months. People who do not believe COVID is behind the deaths that are reported votes down to genocidal governments. Masks are frowned upon by mask wearers and vice versa. Vaccinated versus the unvaccinated. Divide and conquer. Always. Order out of chaos. Sarah Everard is the George Floyd of 2021. The similarities between the cases are not hard to spot. Boom, there you go. They said it. Because George Floyd thing, although BLM kicked off a little bit over it, it just wasn't quite enough, was it? But anyway, it's the police who are at the focal point of premeditated public anger. Once again, just as the race divide was used with alleged police brutality to spark protests and trigger the cancel culture in the Western world, we now see the same ploys being used to divide men and women. Yeah, we've got pictures there. Sarah Everard, anti-lockdown activist. We're not going to go into that because there's so many things in there. 33-year-old Sarah Everard who went missing on the 3rd of the 3rd. Yeah. They had to convince the world that COVID-19 was a threat, so they paid bad actors to promote the fear. Steve Legg was an early example of an actor with an actor's profile being one of the people snivelling about alleged dead family members. He was covered in this video in March 2020. So again, I'll leave a link. Come and have a look at this website. This looks like a good page. Another bad actor was David Abel, who was able to dance in his hospital room despite being a COVID-stricken Freemasonic crisis actor on board the crisis actor cruise ship known as the Princess Diamond. They use a lot of crisis actor word, don't they? I don't know. Here we go. Sarah Everard died on one of the most cryptic days of the year, with March 3rd bringing out a blatant 33 in the game show. March is the 3rd month, and the 3rd day makes that up. You also see March 3rd is the 62nd day of the year, with 303 remaining in the year. Funny, they can't help themselves. But we can see their language a mile off, and that is why we have them up the wall when we expose the actors and shields within seconds of them completing psychological operations. They're going to go into more. Clapham Common reverse ordering of 62, matching up with the 62nd day of the year. Everard was 33 when she vanished, had a 33-year-old partner. 2020, 303 years. It's a foundation of the International Grand Lodge of Freemasonry in London. So it's interesting there, isn't it? I obviously hadn't read through. I didn't know where the article was going to go, but it's interesting they went into there because a lot of people have been noticing that the 33 is popping up. But let's just have a quick look to finish off at another bit I found, which is to do with some tweets and stuff about it. So have a quick look at that, and then we'll finish. So here we are. This is Tweet 24/7. Just this happened to come up as I typed in the Patsy Stevenson thing, and they talk about most popular tweets, and obviously given everything that's happening with hashtag reclaim these streets being put there, Patsy Stevenson's name is obviously quite trending amongst tweets, I suppose. I don't do Twitter, don't know, but someone's sharing obviously the interview she did there. What we got here saying, like, stop prosecuting a police officer. This person seems to have been stage managed, possibly willingly into a position of stating publicly that someone's committed a crime rather than being charged with a crime. I don't understand that one. After what happened today, I want to redirect focus from the police and towards what actually we need to be seen and heard. So now she's calling again. This is people just re-quoting what she said, I guess. This lady's picture is Patsy Stevenson. She's obviously dangerous, blah blah blah. Yeah, well, you're buying into. Well, okay, Green Mark Coleman. Where were you? Were you commenting on this when women were being thrown to the ground during lockdown protests as well? Then. Anthony Williams. Why did Patsy Stevenson, actress who lives in Southend, travel to London? Not an essential journey under lockdown rules. Well, I see Anthony's point. I don't agree with the rules and stuff, but, you know, Anthony makes a fair point, I suppose. Great interview with Patsy. Okay, Janai. Someone has said that she is an improvisation actress called Patsy Stevenson. HR Wales? Yes, she is. Oh, Sarah. Parmi les femmes arrêtées ce soir par le Metropolitan Police Service Corps dont est issu Wayne Cousins, le meurtrier présumé. Oh, why am I reading it in French anyway? Dr. Julia Grace Patterson. The woman who is in many photos using pinned down belize is called Patsy Stevenson. If you're sharing her image, please name her. Okay, Dr. Julia. Also name her as an actress, though, yes? Please be sure to add that she's an actress. Actress. Arrested, released, straight on GMB. All too convenient, but hey, all the world's a stage. We're just here to be entertained, and we watch the puppets dance, don't we? Well, it's not as entertaining as they think. It's actually disgusting. But I'm going to leave it there. I've gone on a lot longer than I wanted to, and I'm sure most people haven't even made it to this point. If you have, thank you. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up. Peace out.